With interleague play in their rearview mirror, it's now time to take care of things in our own backyard. And tonight marks the beginning of 19 straight games versus divisional opponents for our Sox. Will Mark Burley and the crew begin the stretch with a 4th of July bang? Find out next on Comcast Sportsnet. From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox Baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, Alex Rios, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with the young, the very talented but young Kansas City Royals. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the first of this 3-game set and the first of the 7-game homestand and the first of 19 consecutive games against Central Division opponents. In this series, at home, it'll be 3 against Kansas City and 4 against Minnesota. So the Sox coming off taking 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. We lost yesterday 3-1. Sox were good in the interleague play, but now we've got to be good in our division.
It's time to really take over in the Central Division. Hopefully it starts with Kansas City because Mark Burley goes to the mound, and who could be better than 21-11 lifetime against the opponent? That's what Mark Burley is against the Royals. Jeff Francis goes to the mound. He's 3-9 this year. He's never beaten the Sox, so he's a soft-tossing left-hander. Occasionally they give the Sox some problems, but maybe not today. So Burley, who's 6-5, looking for win number 7. The Sox have to start winning at home. They have to start winning in the division. If they do, we're 3.5 back, but the division will be ours.
All right, happy 4th of July, everyone. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. It's a gorgeous evening for baseball. On this July 4th weekend, it's been outstanding. The weather has cooperated tonight. Doesn't get much better than this. 81 degrees, cloudless skies, and Kansas City in town in last place in the Central. The Sox come in 3.5 games in back of Cleveland, who lead Detroit by a half game. As you can see, if it's going to get done, it's going to get done in the division. The next 19 against divisional foes, 55 the final 77 against AL Central teams. And you see what every team has done in the division, and it stands out that the Sox have played less games in the division than anyone. And so the one team that we have dominated in the division, the Cleveland Indians, happen to be the team in first place. Let's take a look at how Ned Yost is going to line up his Kansas City Royals. Mitch Meyer leading it off. Melky Cabrera, who's really hurt Mark Burley in the past, hitting second. Then it's a DH Billy Butler, Jeff Francoeur, Eric Hosmer, the young sensation at first, Ryan Pena behind the plate, Mike Moustakas, another young solid player, along with Alcides Escobar, and Chris Getz, and the defense, and how they'll line up behind Mark Burley, Lillibridge, Rios, and Quinton left to right, with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Canerco. Ramon Castro gets a nod behind the plate. And the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Mark Burley. Mark looking for win number 7 and 21-11 lifetime against these Royals. Follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with White Sox In-Game Live only at csnchicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape. So after defeating the Cubs 2 of 3, which followed defeating Colorado 2 of 3, Sox done with interleague play for the year. Ozzie looking for a little offense. Tonight seems tonight to start. And let's see if Mark Burley, who's been throwing the ball very well recently, only to get a couple of no decisions, can whip up a good one here tonight. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and a very happy Independence Day. Happy birthday to our beautiful country as we get set to see the first pitch of the ball game from our southpaw Mark Burley, and it's a strike to Mitch Meyer. Meyer comes in hitting at .311, no homers. He's driven in 3. Breaking ball, and very quickly the count 0-2. Royals come in at 34-50. They're hitting .265 as a ball club, and they have a 4.62 team ERA. He gone. That breaking ball at this time of day, not easy to pick up.
Now, when the game starts at 6 o'clock, there's a tremendous advantage to the pitcher. In fact, with Mark Burley working quickly, you want to get as many innings in as you possibly can before around 7:30.
So that'll bring up the switch hitting center fielder Melky Cabrera, hitting at .283. 11 homers. He's driven in 48, and he has just worn Burley out. 17 at bats, 10 hits with a homer. And now make it 11 for 18. So the 1-out single, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, 25-year-old Billy Butler, who also has had good success against Mark. 15 for 47 with a couple of homers, but he's knocked in 10. Butler hitting at .298, 6 homers. He's driven in 34. We have played these guys 2 games. That was back on the 5th and 6th of April, and we split them. That was in Kansas City.
Butler's grounded into 9 double plays. You look at the skipper, Ned Yost. 9 double plays, second on the Royals. It's a bad combination for him. He hits the ball hard and doesn't have great speed.
And we understand we're having some video problems, and they are endeavoring to get that remedied as quickly as possible. So in the meantime, Butler swings at that, can't get it, and the count 1-1. So a ball is striking out here in the top of the first. If you're just tuning in, no score. First of 3 against these Royals and first of 7 on this current homestand. We'll finish it off with 4 against Minnesota. Short lead now by Cabrera. And there's a strike.
Well, Melky's one of their better runners. This is a team that's phenomenally aggressive. 82 steals. They've been caught 26 times, but Mark Buehrle will shut down a running game.
Well, Kansas City has some of the best young talent in all of baseball. Now, does that manifest itself into victories right now? No, it doesn't. But as far as the future, it bodes well for them. They have some good-looking young players. And that's up high, 2-2.
They got a few real good players in the Zach Greinke deal. Greinke going over to Milwaukee, where he's having his problems. And so they gave a lot of the present to Milwaukee for a whole lot of the future.
And here at beautiful USA Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center. Shanks that one right over their dugout. So the count hangs at 2-2. First of 19 consecutive games in our division. Nice crowd on hand. Sox coming off that road trip. Won 2 out of 3 in Denver and won 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. With the lead Cabrera's had the last couple of pitches, he's not going anywhere.
But Butler doesn't strike out very much, so this is an opportunity to strike him out, throw him out if he sends him.
That's back through the middle, slowed up by Buehrle. And Beckham, nice pick by Paulie, good play. Hopefully Mark's all right. That was on his pitching hand, and it saved a base hit, saved a first and third situation, but to what degree? Said he's all right.
Cut it inside. And Gordon Beckham comes on with the bare hand pickup. He knows he's got some time with Butler running. Makes a good solid throw, although Paulie has to pick it out of the dirt. And he can do that.
That was an easy pick for him right there. So a good play all the way around. And here's the right fielder, Jeff Francoeur. Fouls that one away. Francoeur hitting at .262. 11 homers, and he's knocked in 51, so he has been a productive pickup for Dayton Moore and these Royals.
He hasn't seen many pitches that he doesn't like. He's only walked 20 times this year.
And that ball hit deep to left field. And it is 2-0 Kansas City. So that's his 12th homer. He now has 53.
Looked like Mark tried to use that cutter inside, and it didn't get there. Our forward home run replay. You see the cutter. You saw Ramon set up inside, but very lively here at the ballpark today.
Well, if his fingers are a little bit numb, that cutter might not be quite as sharp or as effective. Here's one of their good-looking youngsters, Eric Hosmer, just 21 years old, 6'4", 230 pounds, hitting at .274, 6 homers since being called up, and he's driven in 31 as he takes strike 2. Chops that one foul.
Hosmer doesn't strike out very much for a guy that does have some power and probably will have a bit more. He came up naturally using the whole field.
Ball hit hard. Paulie's there. And that'll retire the side, but not before the 2-run homer by Jeff Francoeur after half inning play. It's the Royals 2 and the good guys coming to bat.
Lillibridge getting the nod in left field. Then it's Morel hitting second. He's done a great job there. Done the DH. Then it's Konerko. Quinton, the only all-star to this point. We'll talk about that later. Ramirez, Rios, Castro, and Beckham rounded out. The defense and how they'll line up behind Francis. Meyer, Cabrera, and Francoeur. A good throwing outfield. Moustakas, Escobar, Getz, and Hosmer. Pena behind the plate. And Jeff Francis on the hill. He came up with the Colorado Rockies. He's a soft-tossing left-hander. As you can see, on for the 18th start, just 3 and 9.
And before we show you our picks to click you at home, select yours as Brent Lillibridge looks at the first pitch for a strike. That comes in hitting at 257, 7 homers, 15 knocked in. And the count 0-2.
Good changeup by Francis. He's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches. Has a good slow breaking ball. Has a very good feel for pitching, although this year it's been a little tough for him.
Bit of a gap out there in right center. And that's hit into left center. So a good way to start it. The base hit by Lillibridge.
Right-handers this year have killed Francis. This time he throws what appears to be another changeup. Made it a little too good, well ahead in the count. This is one outfield you don't run against.
So here's Morel. Takes that pitch outside. Sox come in at 252. Hitting 252 as a club with a 3.79 ERA. Sox 19 and 20 here at home. And as both teams have finished their interleague play, Sox played 18 games and won 11 of them. Royals played 18 games and won 5 of them. Outfield straight up, about equidistant. And the count 3-0. Don't help him out. Grant has been swinging the bat well, not coming up with a lot of base hits. Hitting it hard right at. He's been got the atom ball working for him. There's one.
The umpires for the game tonight: Ed Rapuano, the crew chief, behind the plate. Brian O'Nora at first. Alfonso Marquez at second. Ed Hickox is at third.
That ball hit high. He just missed it. Cabrera fighting that high sky. Not a cloud up there. Just underneath it. So that's one out.
Brent Morel will make contact. This one another change. Tries to wait back as long as he can. Just gets under it.
So here's Adam Dunn. Adam at 165, 7 homers and 29 driven in. They have the shift on. Modified. Adam has faced Francis 12 times, has 3 hits, all of which stayed in the park. There he goes. There's the throw. Safe. Picks up his 7th stolen base.
The catching core for Kansas City just adequate at throwing out base stealers. Brent going on first move. Pena with a sidearm throw, and the tag didn't get there as Brent goes to the back of the bag. You see Escobar out in front of the bag, and that's what allowed Lillibridge to get in, but that throw was tailing into the runner.
Checks it up, fouls it off, and the count 0-2.
Chris gets well back on the grass at second. Hosmer, a great defender at first base.
And the 0-2. Paulie on deck, Quentin in the hole. 2-0 Kansas City if you're just tuning in. Close, didn't get it. Wanted it.
I can understand why he wanted it. The pitch had the whole plate. Bank of America pitch tracks. Watch the 4. Wow. There's a break. Let's take advantage of it. Escobar, who was on the first base side of second as a shortstop, has just great range at that position.
So that's out number 2, and that'll bring up Konerko.
You can vote Paulie in, and he's got some stiff competition, but he's the guy that should go. You can vote at WhiteSox.com. You can vote at MLB.com. Send Paulie to the All-Star game, an honor he richly deserves. If you look at the numbers, if you look at his defense, if you look at what he's meant to the ball club and everything that he stands for as a captain of this team, this is the guy that has to go to the All-Star game.
You can also vote A3 to 89269. You can text that. As there's a big swing and a miss. Well, it's understandable why Paulie did not, only because the format they use. First of all, each team has to be represented. That's number one. A lot of people wish that they would do away with that. Number 2 is a positional vote. Unfortunately, he's got a couple of guys in front of him at first base that have tremendous numbers as well and playing in big markets. And the outfield was light, so Quentin got in. Not that it's fair, but it's the way it is. It is what it is.
Every year it happens like that. Every year there are some guys who go and shouldn't, and some guys who don't go who should. But not much you can do about it. Except vote
again next year.
Except vote him in this year.
That's outside, and the count 2-1.
Take a look at his rankings this year in the American League. 5th in batting average, 4th in home runs, tied for 3rd in runs batted in. Total bases, he's 4th. Slugging percentage, he's 5th.
So 2 out, 2-1 to count. Lillibridge at second. And that's a chop foul down past Jeff Cox. Paulie has faced Francis 8 times, and he has a couple of hits.
Francis had a big year with the Colorado Rockies in 2007. He was 17-9.
And Paulie trying to take it right where he threw it. Outside, trying to take it into right.
Francis, first-round draft choice, 9th overall in 2002. Probably would still be a Colorado Rocky had he not hurt his arm. Didn't pitch at all in 2008, 2009.
Got a pretty good pitch to hit right there, and underneath it.
There you look at the numbers career-wise. He was sailing along, doing very well as a mainstay in the Rocky rotation. Then hurt his arm and had a series of stints on the disabled list before moving over here to Kansas City.
Full count to Paulie. Come on, Paulie. Quentin on deck. He's had a tough time against Francis. And the payoff pitch. Down ball, a chopper, 2-hopper. And that'll retire the side. So we get the leadoff single. The stolen base by Lillibridge. Can't do anything with it. After 1 hit, it's 2-0 Royals.
Before the game, there was a little barbecue for the crew. Dave Cella did just a great job of making all kinds of things. Mike Leary tried to eat everything he could. They had to force him away from the grill. But a good time was had by all. There's a look at Cella. Great, great chef's cap.
And here's the first pitch to Pena. Brian Pena Switch hitting catcher, hitting at 248. 3 homers. He's driven in 20. He is 4 for 8 lifetime off Burley, and the count goes to 3-0, says Rapamano. Now field straight up, spread out. Well, that's 4 in a row. And the dreaded leadoff walk. That'll bring up Mike Moustakas, third baseman, hitting at 290. A homer. He's driven in 2.
He really hasn't found his power yet, but he's got a chance to be a very good hitter. In fact, they're pretty well set at the corners for quite some time with Moustakas and Hosmer.
And the book on him has been get it up. That's outside.
Moustakas, a former first-round draft choice, the 2nd pick overall in 2007 June draft.
And there's the strike. So 1-2 the count. To the 22-year-old third baseman.
Alex Gordon, who's normally in left field, got hit on the knee with a cutter yesterday. They think he might be back tomorrow, but not today.
And that pitch fouled away. And a reminder, Hooters is the official road game restaurant of the White Sox. Come in any Chicagoland Hooters location when the Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. Two balls, 2 strikes. He gone.
The Royals have made the most of their first-round draft picks. As you can see, Mitch Meyer in 03, Billy Butler the next year, Alex Gordon the year after that, Luke Hochevar in 06, then Moustakas, Hosmer, and Aaron Crow, quality reliever.
Well, they're the youngest team in the American League. And here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, just 24 years old. You've got Butler at 25. You've got Hosmer at 21. Moustakas at 22. Escobar at 24. And that's tough foul.
They love Escobar's defense. He came over from Milwaukee along with 3 others for Zach Greinke, who's not faring very well in some of the bigger games for the Brewers.
And that's tough foul. So the count 1-2. Last year with Milwaukee, Escobar hit .235, 4 homers, and knocked in 41.
He hits a chopper in the infield. You can't wait back on it. He's got terrific speed. And as you can see, over the last month, he's been red hot.
Should be. Rack him up. Say doubles up the leadoff walk. After an inning and a half, though, it is still 2-0 Kansas City. Arizona natives are up for the final All-Star spot in the American and National League, and you can help get them there to the Midsummer Classic in Phoenix by visiting WhiteSox.com and voting for Paulie in the American League and Ethier in the National League. Right here is Carlos Quentin, Alexei Ramirez, and Alex Rios. Royals with a 2-0 lead. Quentin hitting at 253, 17 homers, 49 knocked in, but he's just 1 for 11 off Francis. Another pop-up right side. And right now, let's check out our picks to click. Jumanji, our director and crew, went with Lillerbridge. Stone Bunny's gone with Brent Morrell, and all the men and women, past and current, in our armed services and I on Independence Day. We're going to go with Ramon Castro. Alexei hitting at 275, 8 homers. He's driven in 38. Watch out, Ed. Hey, good recovery.
That one tangled the feet of Ed Rapuano. Alexei pops it up. Pena has to go over his head. Rapuano almost falls over. Rights the ship in time.
So 1-1 to count. Alexei has faced Francis 3 times, has 1 hit. Change up. And the count 1-2.
Francis gives you that big motion. Does not have any semblance of a big fastball.
And that curveball down low. Softly hit down to Moustakas. And that's out number 2. Now, the Royals have played us for the past few years very, very tough. And prior to that, though, it was just a massacre. We just steamrolled the Royals, but not the past few years. Last year we were 10-8 against them, and it seemed like every game was tooth and nail. And in 09, the same thing. It seemed like every game was just hard fought. As here is Alex hitting at 218, 6 homers. He's driven in 20. Takes first pitch strike. And there's a little soft pop up. Get down, get down. Nope. Francoeur's there, so that's a 1-2-3 inning for Francis. He has retired the last 6 he's seen. Northwestern's head coach sits down with Sarah Kustok to discuss his journey from playing to coaching, plus his biggest goal for the Wildcats. All that and more on Inside Look. Pat Fitzgerald, Wednesday at 11:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet. It'll be Getz, Meyer, and Cabrera. First pitch strike to the former Sox second baseman. Getz hitting at .263. No homers. He's driven in 20. Breaking ball strike. And the count 0-2. Alexei. Nice play.
Took a funny hop at the end, and Alexei was able to stay right with it. Did the 360 spin and threw it right on the button. Gets down the line in a hurry.
So here's Meyer, struck out in a hurry, leading off the ball game. Not this time. Got a roller from Mark and keeps it fair. Picks up his fourth two-bagger.
Meyer only in the lineup because of Gordon getting hit. Making the most of it, taking it right down the line. Brian O'Nora said it is fair all the way. He winds up in scoring position for a couple of guys that have given Mark Buehrle some problems.
Cabrera singled and scored in the first. Off the end of the bat. Had him out in front. And that is out number 2. And we'll send a big White Sox shout out and welcome to Nick Lucarco and Gary Marshalik, who are at tonight's game celebrating the life and memory of their dad, Dominic Lucarco, a 20-year Sox season holder. A season ticket holder for 20 years. Also a big hello to Gertie Lucarco. Thanks for being great fans and go Sox. With love from Ray Garcia. Butler hit a ball back to the middle. Buehrle with his bare hand, pitching hand, slowed it up. Beckham came in, picked it up, barehanded it, made a low throw to Konerko, who made the pick to get him. And if you miss that play, poof.
Good play by Gordon Beckham. Good pick by Paul Konerko.
And the count 1-2. First of 3 against these Royals. Tomorrow night, Jake Peavy against Felipe Paulino. And there's a base hit and a run. So Butler, that's his 11th RBI against Mark Buehrle.
RBI number 35 for Billy Butler, who's always been able to go the opposite way. He's got gap-to-gap power. He can pull the ball occasionally if you hang a breaking ball, but for the most part, he thinks about gap-to-gap. The double turns into a run, turns into a 3-run lead.
And here's Francoeur. Cues that one, and here's what he did back in the first inning with 2 out. And Cabrera aboard.
Tried to get it inside. Nothing doing for the man who came up with the Atlanta Braves. You don't have to throw him strikes. He swings at everything.
There's a shot right to Morel, but they pick up another run. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, trailing by 3.
win a Gold Glove? You think about that? We'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
We got some work to do. We got a soft tossing left-hander out there to do it against. Jeff Francis, 6'6", 213 pounds, out of Denver. We trail it 3-0. So it'll be Castro, Beckham, then back to the top of the order with Lillibridge. Lillibridge has our only hit. Long takes a strike. He comes in hitting at 241. Checked at 222 with 3 homers and 9 knocked in. Says something to Rapuano. And the 0-2. Ripped foul.
Here's our AT&T Uverse Multiview, and it gives you an idea to check out the center field camera. Take a look at Moustakas at third in case Ramon pulls it. And key in on Ramon.
So that's out number 1. Second strikeout for Francis. And here's Beckham. And to count 2-0. Gordon 0 for 2 lifetime off Francis. Ball hit hard by Moustakas.
Got to be E5. That ball was hit right at him.
I was talking with some Kansas City people prior to the game. Said he's having little problems down there. Of course, speed at the big league level is like night and day compared to AAA or the minor leagues. And they're going to give him a base hit.
Ooh. Well, Gordon will take it. That ball in the inner portion. Not quite sure how that becomes a base hit. Went right between his legs. But Gordon wins the batting title. He's going to be happy for that one.
Lillibridge singled in the left field and picked up his 7th stolen base. That's into right. Rancour's there. And 2 down. So here is Morel. Brent just missed one. Just underneath it, a high, towering drive into left center field.
That's hit one of the better swings at Francis. He also has filled the number 2 spot pretty well. He will make contact.
Breaking ball strike.
Now they're changing it to E5.
And a reminder, here's your chance to win the experience of a lifetime. You can join the Chi Sox mobile group by texting lineup to 244-769 for a chance to win 2 tickets on August 14th. Also a photo with Jeff Cox and the opportunity to deliver the lineup card to the umpire at home plate before the game. Winner must be at least 12 years of age as that pitch is lowered away. So text lineup, LINEUP, to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. Moustakas backs up, makes the play, gets the force at second, and they'll retire the side. So Francis not having too many problems. Giving up just 1 hit, and he's got a 3-run lead. 3-0 bad guys. Hosmer to lead it off. He grounded out to his counterpart. Grounded out hard to Konerko. One and 1 to count. 3-4-1 for them. 0-1-0 for us.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Denny Matthews for these Royals says Hosmer is just a touch below Wally Joyner as far as one of the best first basemen he's seen in Royal uniform.
Nice pick. And they get him. Nice play by Morrell.
That one was very close. Morrell well wide of the bag. Gets up. Guns it across. Has him by about a half step. There's the look. Slowing it down.
And here's Pena. He walked on 4 pitches leading off the second inning. And that's back through the middle. Count got him. Stocker's got a cookie, pops it up. 2 down.
For a moment, Ramirez was looking at Beckham, and Beckham was looking at Ramirez. Finally, Beckham said, "Why don't you take it?" He did.
So here's Escobar. First pitch strike. And the count very quickly, 0-2.
Tried to heat him up and in, but Escobar would not expand his zone.
Little soft line drive, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 3.
Glove. And the answer, Brett Saberhagen, back in 1989. Saberhagen, a Cy Young Award winner, as well as a Gold Glove winner for these Royals, who have a proud history. They put together some great teams in Kansas City for a long time, and they're in the process of putting another one together, although Dayton Moore thinks it's going to be a couple years down the road till they all get together.
Adam Dunn takes ball one. He struck out his first trip. You know, Brett Saberhagen was one of the greatest under the radar pitchers to ever play the game. That ball hit into right field. Francoeur coming, dives, makes. No, he does not make the catch. Now he goes back to first base, but Adam will get back in. That'll be a base hit off a left-hander, and a standing ovation from the Sox fans.
There's
have some fun with it. You got to.
Second hit against the left-hander this year. Francoeur, who's normally a good outfielder, sliding, can't come up with it. This is a sinking liner off the end of the bat. And Francoeur just misses it. Normally a play he would make, but Adam needs every break he can get right now.
So here's Paulie. He grounded out to Moustakas at third base. Takes that low.
Promising way to start out the fourth inning. Some pretty good right-hand hitters. Right-hand hitters have really troubled Jeff Francis, although not so much tonight.
And the count 2-0. That's foul.
The active leaders in home runs against the Royals. Jim Thome leads the way by 2 over Alex Rodriguez and Paul Konerko in third place, followed by Giambi and Hunter.
And that's outside 3-1.
Thome is back and hitting home runs, by the way, off the disabled list with Minnesota Twins. Twins will follow the Royals into town on this last homestand before the All-Star break. They're here for 4. You got a chance to come out and see them.
Jimmy sitting on 595 home runs. And the payoff pitch. That ball hit hard. That's going to be a base hit. So Adam will pull up at second. And here we go. Don't stop now, boys. 2 on. Nobody out.
That's a changeup out away from Paulie. The entire at bat was spent out away. You can't go to one spot consistently. Paul's too good a hitter. Drove it into left center.
So here's Quentin. He popped up. He gets at second. Oh, and 1 to count. And the count 0-2. Alexei on deck. And once again, a very happy 4th of July, each and all. We're going to be traveling later on, make it a safe one and a reflective one. Way outside. Quinton now 1 for 12 off Francis. And the count 2-2. Those change-ups he throws look just like a screwball. And there's a base hit. So Adams going to have to hold at third as Meyer gets to it. And that'll load him up, and here comes Ramirez.
Just out of the reach of Moustakas into left field. Another changeup. And the second time through the order, Ducks right-hand hitters are waiting back on that change a bit better than they did the first time through. So bases loaded and nobody out.
Alexei grounded to third. Come on, Alexei, you got to keep the ball up the middle to right center. Out and around it.
Alexei starts consistently driving in runners from third with less than 2 outs. That RBI total is going to rise dramatically. He's had some problems in this department.
Checks it up and takes ball 1.
10 for 25, 40%. AL League average 56%. So let's turn that around right here.
And it should be another double play. When you turn the head of the bat over, you're probably a 4-1 favorite to hit into a double play. So Dunn scores, and it's a 3-1 ball game.
Moves Paulie to third, and Rios has a chance to narrow this gap to a 1-run game.
Alex hit a little soft pop up to right field his first trip. Breaking ball strike. Turns it over like a screwball.
Curveball, straight change. You don't see many hittable fastballs from Jeff Francis. He does not. That's his show me pitch. He'll throw it up and out of the zone on occasion.
So we get 3 straight hits, load the bases with nobody out. We do score 1, and it's a 3-1 Kansas City lead. here in the top of the 5th inning. He grounded out to Alexei, who made a good play on it. Takes a strike, and that evens the count at 1. Tries to bunt it. Didn't know where it was. Still doesn't. And you can text Subway to 29653, and if you are the 500 texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway. He gone.
Strikeout number 3. Gets cannot check his swing. Now Hermes coming out. Ramon does have something. His eye is watering. Well, it doesn't matter what you have. Hermes got it in his pocket.
He's amazing. Dr. Payne.
Need something stitched?
The next time I get a cortisone shot from him, I'm going to take my camera and get a
picture of his
smile on his face and just save it.
Well, I think it'd be better if he had a needle he'd use 4 or 5 times, so it was a little more painful.
Well, he gets the big one out for me. There is a ball to Mitch Meyer, who is 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. There's a strike. Meyer, 29 years old now. Two down.
Meyer really a good 4th outfielder. That's the position that he fills on this club. Very good chance Alex Gordon will be back tomorrow, although he had hit right on top of the knee. Sometimes it takes a couple of days. Missing Gordon is a good thing, because he's hitting .298 with 10 home runs and 46 driven in.
Well, he's starting to fulfill some of that upside of his, and he's got plenty of it. There's a shot, fair ball. So Cabrera, he's now 2 for 3 off Burley. That's his 21st double. Off for 12 for 20 lifetime against Mark.
Melky might be in the Hall of Fame if he got to face Mark Burley every game. He just crushes this ball. Didn't have time to hook foul. Gets hung up down in the corner. He winds up at second.
Here's Butler. He knocked in Meyer back in the 3rd with a 2-out single to right field. That was in the hole between 1st and 2nd. And there's a top of 2 hopper. Paulie is there. And that'll retire the side. We're halfway home, and we trail it 3-1. as we get set to go to the bottom of the 5th. That change up had Castro out in front. Ramon struck out on a high fastball. And takes a strike. 0-2 the count. And once again, a reminder, Jake Peavy tomorrow night against Felipe Paulino. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. And on Wednesday, Edwin Jackson against Bruce Chen, and that game will be on WGN. Where tomorrow night's game will be over WCIU. Then it's Minnesota coming to town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before the All-Star break. We're going to run Umber, Floyd, Burley, and Peavy out there. They're going to run Pavano, Blackburn, Dunsing, and Baker. He got that one up. That's the right size, wrong shape.
Hermie put in the foul drops. Got to get to the fair drops.
That ball hit high and deep. Stay fair. Meyer looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! A bomb by Ramon Castro. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Mercy.
There were the fair drops. That one was hit a mile. The 4th by Castro this year. He's driven in 10. More importantly, it's a 1-run game as we look at our Ford home run replay. Pena wants it low and away, but Francis gets it up and out over the plate. And Ramon got most of this one.
As Beckham hit the ball very hard right through the wickets down at third base. Right through the wickets of Mike Moustakas. So all our men and women around the world who have paid the price to keep us free, their pick to click today, Ramon Castro, has homered for you.
That was estimated at 423 happy feet.
That 2-0 pitch fouled back. And that ball hit left side. And a reminder, Bacardi at the Park. White Sox new restaurant and bar is open, offering a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group. Bacardi at the Park is a place to meet and watch all the action on over 70 flat screen high definition TVs. And that is right across the street from beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. Full count to Gordon. And that's into left field. Meyer right in front of the track. So here's Lillibridge. He's 1 for 2 with a stolen base. Takes a curveball strike. Outfield straight up, spread out. And there's a shot. Boy, he just put a little top hand on that one. So he's 2 for 3.
Last time he had a base hit in the first inning, he stole second. Every time Francis gets the ball up, he gets hit hard by the right-handers. The right-handers have all the hits but the one by Adam Dunn.
So here's Brent looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 and takes it outside. Takes a look down at Jeff Cox, who just went through his sequence of signs. Francis does not have a good move to first.
The only time he can really get you is if you're running on first move and he suspends that leg. His normal move, not going to pick you up.
Well, with him, you pick yourself off if you get caught.
Yeah, he's better off not making that move. What he's better off doing is holding the ball. Try to use a little slide step.
Good eye, and the count 2-0. And that's popped up right side. Plancourt. And that'll bring up Adam Dunn. And here's what he did in his last at bat.
Gets one off the end of the bat. Plancourt comes over. Gets off his glove. Gets a base hit. And then for the standing ovation, he tips his hat to the crowd.
Come on, Adam. He also scored. There he goes. There's the throw. Safe. So he picks up his second stolen base.
And going on first move, no chance at all for Pena, who's not the quickest going to second, but Francis didn't give him much of a chance. Good read by Lillibridge. He just takes off on first move. Pena throws it high and away. Lillibridge in easy.
Gets way all back on the grass in right field. Checks it up. Good check, and the count 2-0. Talking with a good friend of mine prior to the game about Adam Dunn and his travails. Reminded me a lot of when Robin Ventura broke in with us. He went through that 0 for 1, 0 for 41 scheme, and how our respect off the end of the bat. Moustakas has got him, and that'll retire the side. But the home run by Ramon Castro is fourth. And it's a 1-1 ball game. Francoeur will lead it off. He'll be followed by Eric Hosmer and Brian Pena. Mark Burley. Francoeur 1 for 2, a 2-run homer in the first inning. They're getting back to the Ventura and Adam Dunn scenario. As that ball hit deep into left center field. And Alex is there for the count of corn. He broke in, played a little while, and then all of a sudden went through the streak 0 for 41. But instead of everybody getting down on him, his stature was raised and increased every day. The way he handled himself, the way he carried himself. You knew he was dying inside, but he did it like a pro. And Adam Dunn's going through the same thing the same way. He has handled himself so well through this funk that he's been in. And it certainly is new territory for him because he's been in slumps before, but never like this. So Hosmer fouls it away in the count 0-2. That's very unusual when you see a rookie like a Robin Ventura go through an 0 for 41, and yet his teammates just gain more and more respect for him. Reaches out, pokes that foul. Robin is a unique individual, and everybody is so happy that he has rejoined the organization as an assistant to Buddy Bell. And there's just a fister. So the 1-out single.
Mark has yet to retire Brian Pena, who's coming up next, but is an ideal candidate for 2.
Pena has walked and singled. Pena 5 for 9 lifetime off Burley. Yep. Whoa. Close.
Sure looked like Hosmer leaning the wrong way. Almost didn't get back. Brian O'Nora on the call. And Hosmer lost track of where he was for a second. Tag was up high, and that's the reason why he got the safe call.
And that's pitch foul back. So 1-1 to count. And a reminder, join us for our Gulo Sox Night presented by Comcast on Thursday against the Minnesota Twins. Our Gulo Sox Night features a pregame Gate 5 concert featuring Latin music and various giveaways. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Three 7-1 for their guys, 2-6-0 for our guys. First of 19 consecutive interdivision collisions.
French fries very good at the ballpark.
Two and 1 to count.
Outfield straight away with Ramirez playing him up the middle. As is Beckham, actually.
And there's the strike. Well, this young, talented Kansas City club that they're putting together for the future. With Hosmer and Moustakas coming up. It should benefit Billy Butler because they're going to have some strong left-handed hitting in that lineup. Fair ball. Goes to second. They cannot turn it, though. Nice play to get the force. 2 down.
Mark gets it in on the hands of Pena. Breaks his bat. Goes over the bag. Good solid throw to second. Gordon trying to complete the double play, but Pena able to beat it.
Well, Brent Morrell's going to be an elite third baseman. Gordon Beckham is working himself into that category right now. Moustakas has struck out and popped up to short. Checks it up. And it was a strike.
Right now, the Sox defense second in the league, which goes hand in hand with real good pitching.
And real good pitching goes hand in hand with good defense. Catching the baseball is the #1 rule in this game. And that's after a terrible defensive start for us. Three and one. Pops it up. Paulie's going to take charge. Get the mask out of the way. And the helmet. And the equipment. Meanwhile, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Royals lead it. And Andre Ethier to the All-Star game. Now the Arizona natives are up for the final All-Star spot in the American League and National League, so you can help get them to the Midsummer Classic in Phoenix by visiting WhiteSox.com and voting for Paulie in the AL and Ethier in the NL. And the Dodgers, we're partnering up with them because we have the whole country of Venezuela that's going to be voting for their guys. You know that. And certainly Paulie deserves it. There's no doubt about it. So here we go, and here he is. He is 1 for 2. There's that big slow curveball. That's 69.
It's a good pitch on the first pitch because just about everybody's going to take it. He doesn't throw it too often after that.
And backs it up with the 85, which is
that's his fastball.
That's the highest I've seen him.
That is
on the gun today. 85.
That's flat out all he's got.
Every inch of it. Meanwhile, the 0-2 count. And that changeup. The way he releases that. We're going to show you on the real slow how he releases that changeup. Another one. Boy, he's releasing that thing like it's a screwball.
Well, it moves away from the right-handers and it goes down.
That's the thing. It goes way down. That ball hit into right field. That's trouble. Vancouver will not get that one, so Polly will make the turn, and he'll cruise into second base with his 13th two-bagger. That's the approach that you got to do, especially with men on base against Francis.
Get another changeup, only the difference with this one is he gets it up. And Paulie takes it right down the line away from Francoeur. That's a tying run.
And with a one-run ball game, Quentin's got a job to do.
Didn't look like he was trying to do it on that swing.
No, it didn't. Hits are even at 7 apiece. They lead at 3-2. He did not go. Quinn has popped up to second. Then he hit a ground ball in the hole between third and short for a base hit in the fourth.
Cleveland was losing to New York 2-0. Heading into the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs. They scored 4 runs, making it 4-2. Tribe heading into the eighth.
So now the count 1-2.
Real bad at bat for Carlos Quentin. His changeup in the dirt. He expands the zone.
So here's Alexei. He's 0 for 2. Back in the fourth inning, we had 3 straight singles from Dunn, Konerko, and Quentin. Nobody out, bases loaded. Alexei hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Takes an 83-mile-an-hour sinker right there. One and two the counts. Boy, he just saws him off right there. So 2 down.
Pena wants it inside. That's how you jam somebody at 84 miles an hour.
So it's up to Rios. Alex has popped up to right and struck out on that screwball. And that's popped up. So we get the leadoff double. Can't get him over. Can't get him in. And it's still a 1-run ball game.
Just $1.89, but you don't have to remember it to love it. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time, a la carte only.
Top of the 7th inning. 3-2 Royals. It'll be Escobar, Getz, and back to the top of the order with Mitch Meyer to face Mark Burley. Escobar 0 for 2. Takes first pitch strike. And we were talking about the defense of the Sox. Sox sitting in second spot defensively in the league, as that has popped up right side. But back on May 1st, we were 8th. So we had a terrible start defensively and have come on strong, primarily centered around the defensive play of Paul Konerko, Gordon Beckham, and some spectacular catches by Brent Lillibridge. And of course, Brent Morrell and Alexei have done their job on the left side of that infield. Gets chops it foul.
Royals pen up and going. Holland, the right-hander. Ryan Bruni throwing in the pen for the Sox in case Mark has any problems.
3-1 to count. And it's full. And that's hit into short right center field. Carlos? Yes. Nice diving effort. Beautiful play by Quentin. And that's out number 2.
That one hasn't hit very hard. Carlos comes across and makes the play.
Oh, and 1 the count to Meyer. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Meyer struck out, doubled, and then grounded to second. A few other finals for you. Nasty Nats beat the Cubs 5-4 in D.C. Pittsburgh over Houston 5-3 at PNC. And that's fouled back. Toronto beat the Carmines at Fenway Park 9-7. Seattle over Oakland 2-1. Pineda, the winner. And that's hit hard but foul. D-backs came back from a long way to beat Milwaukee 8-6. Padres over the Giants 5-3 at AT&T. And St. Louis shuts out Cincinnati. Another 1-0 shutout. This one by Chris Carpenter. And the 1-2 pitch. He gone. 1-2. 3 inning for Burley. 7th inning stretch. We trail at 3-2, and in special recognition of the military, USAA now presents the singing of God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chicago's own Gerald Chaney for the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Greg Holland comes into the game, a 2-1 record, a 1.37 ERA on for the 16th time. He's been pretty good. 24 strikeouts, only 6 walks in 19 2/3 innings. But last time out against Colorado in 2 innings, he gave up a home run on a 3-0 pitch to Troy Tulowitzki. And here's a man who's hit a home run tonight.
Ramon Castro will start it off. 3-2 Royals. Outfield straight up. And here's what he did last time up.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay. Ramon got all of this one. 423 feet.
1-1 to count. He did go, and the count 1-2. 3-7-1 for them, 2-7-0 for us. So 1 out.
He's rushing it up there at 96, and that ball well up and out of the zone. Francis goes 6 innings, gives up a couple of runs on 7 hits, didn't walk anybody, fan 4. Mark Burley also been pretty tough so far. He's gone 7, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits.
And he could not check it up. Gordon 0 for 2. A hot shot right through the wickets of Moustakas at third base. And a fly ball to left. And the count 0-2.
You throw 96, 97. That slider looks awfully good as Jesse Crane starts throwing in the pen. Most likely that's going to be it for Mark Burley. So let's get him a run. Burley's last 2 starts against the Cubs and Colorado. Gave up 2 earned runs in each of those starts and got 2 no decisions.
Hard one hopper. Escobar's got a gun. He likes to show it, and people love to see it. I do.
Got great range defensively. He's one of the better shortstops in baseball. The only question Kansas City wants to know is, will he hit?
No, we haven't seen enough of him to make a judgment on that from our perspective. But I know defensively
he can do it.
Throw that leather.
He can do it.
So here's Lillibridge. He is 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases. Takes low ball 1.
Holland has a slider and a curveball to go with that fastball.
That kid wearing that Cub uniform can play a little short as well.
No doubt. But he's younger than Escobar. When he gets to be 24 years old, imagine 3 years from now when he gets bigger and stronger.
I'll tell you, he has got tremendous plate coverage. Starlin Castro has got a chance to be a monster at shortstop. And that's outside, 2-1. Yankees scored 1 in the top of the 8th. They trail at 4-3. Back to the middle. Gets it. And they just do get him. So that is a 1-2-3 inning for Holland, and we'll go to the 8th. 3-2.
Jesse Crane comes into the game. And Jesse has been some pitcher this year. There you look at the numbers, 4-2, 263. The other numbers across the board, 37th appearance, 22 hits in 37 2/3 innings. Opponent's hitting a minuscule 173, so he inherits a 1-run deficit. Mark Burley went 7, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts, but he leaves on the hook at this point.
And here's Melky Cabrera, a single, a grounder to short, and a double plus a run scored. He's 2 for 3. That ball is ripped right to Quinn. Boy, that's a hang woofing for Cabrera. Grab some bench.
Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game, and it has to do with Melky Cabrera, who looks out, wonders why Carlos is playing right in line with his line drive. 33 multi-hit games this year, 3rd in the American League. That includes tonight.
He's a good player. I've always liked him.
Switch hitter, can play everywhere in the outfield.
And he's doing a good job for the Royals. 11 homers, 48 knocked in. So here's Butler. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-out RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Butler rolls over on it. And that's out. Number 2. And a reminder, great seats are available for all White Sox home games here at US Cellular Field, and they start at just $12 a seat. The schedule is also full of great matchups, promotional nights, and post-game fireworks. So purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME. Jeff Francoeur, a 2-run homer in the 1st inning. He's 1 for 3. And that's into left field. Lily Bridge right there. Lily on the spot. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Crane. Not many pitches. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Morel, Dunn, and Canerco.
More. And then Minnesota comes to town right before the All-Star break, and then it's off to Detroit. So plenty of divisional play ahead. We trail in this one, but we've got the opportunities and the probables. Felipe Paulino going against Jake tomorrow. And then Wednesday, soft-tossing Bruce Chen against Edwin Jackson in the finale of this series. And Aaron Crow comes in, the lone All-Star for these Royals. And Crows had a magnificent year, 2-1, ERA 136. He was originally #1 draft choice of the Washington Nationals. They couldn't come to terms. Kansas City then took him the next season #1, and here he is going to the All-Star game.
Out of Lantana, Texas. First pitch low and away to Brent Morel. He's 24 years old, 6'3", 188 pounds. So he's a lanky right-hander. And there's a strike. Brent 0 for 3. He just missed hitting one out of here back in the first inning. Then he hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice, and then he popped up to right field. High chopper. Gets. Watch out. Nobody's going to get it. That's a base hit. So the leadoff man aboard.
It looked like Escobar or Getz had a shot. Escobar could have thrown him out. Getz probably couldn't. That ball right off the plate. Brent Morel sniffing a base hit. They come up the middle, and nobody gets it. That's a tying run at first.
And here's Adam. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. That one at 96, taken low and in. That's foul back, and that's going to be out of play. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. that United Airlines flies. United's proud to fly the Chicago White Sox, and we're happy to be with you. United, good people. That ball high, stretch, back at the wall. You can put it on the board. Yes, a 2-run homer for the big man, Adam Dunn, and the Sox lead it 4-3. Mercy, listen to this crowd.
That ball was up there seemingly for a week and a half. When it came down, Sox had the lead.
Come on, Adam, they want you out. Go out there. Come on, Canyon. Paulie wants him to come out, too. So here's Paulie. He's 2 for 3.
8 home runs, 31 driven in. And just like that, Mark Burley's off the hook. Just like that, Jeff Francis can't win. And Aaron Crow going to the All-Star game, maybe with another loss on his record.
And of course, with these 2 home runs today by our Sox, Alex Nellius family will donate $100 for every White Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 84 and 85, so $8,500 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. What did that home run remind you of right there, Stoney?
Looked like a little shorter than Harmon Killebrew hit him. Well, when Kingman hit him, they went
there. You go.
They hit a little further than that.
There you go. I mean, the height of it.
Oh, the height of it? Absolutely. Oh. That ball was up there for a week and a half. Adam didn't get it all, but he doesn't have to get it all to get it out.
And the 2-1 pitch. 4-9-0 for us, 3-7-1 for them. And Paulie just underneath that one. Hosmer, but let's take another look at that towering home run off the bat of Adam Dunn.
Ford home run replay. Adam actually gets it off the end of the bat. Gore wants to dive into the bullpen, but he can't get to it. And the second tip of the cap by Adam Dunn.
Oh, the leadoff single by Morrell, the 2-run homer. Paulie pops up to Hosmer, and here's Quentin.
Sergio Santos now throwing in the pen. Couldn't have come at a better time because the Indians came back and defeated the Yankees 6-3.
Maniac has got those guys believing. And they're getting some pitching. Tim Belcher must be doing some kind of job.
Tomlin's 10-4. He was a winning pitcher. Here's Perez's 20th save.
And that's out of play right side. There's such a fine line in the thought process of a ball club. You got 25 individuals, 25 individual efforts that manifest themselves into a team concept. And I'll tell you, Cleveland's been running on it, because that's slowing away 2-2. Alexei on deck. Two down. So here's Alexei. He's 0 for 3. Bounced out to third in the second inning. Then in the fourth, bases loaded, nobody out. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Then in the sixth, grounded to first. Against soft tossers, Alexei might have as much trouble as anybody in our lineup with him.
Well, he should like Crow because he gets it up there at 96.
He's got a good arm. And that's outside. He's pretty consistent on that 96 number.
Got a good arm, but he wraps it. And there's not a whole lot of real successful pitchers that were wrappers.
And that's ball 4.
I think of Rick Sutcliffe and Don Sutton come to mind.
Well, you're right. There's not many.
No. And a lot of scouts and pitching coaches don't particularly care for that. However,
if you get yourself a wrapper who's got a decent curveball, he can come up with a tremendous curveball. So here's Rios. For their guys in the ninth, it'll be Hosmer, Pena, Moustakas, the scheduled hitters. There's a chopper, 2-hopper, but the 2-run homer by Adam Dunn will go to the ninth, leading 4-3. 16-year-old young lady that's one of the best wrestlers in Illinois. That's Wednesday night at 10:30 on GMC Sportsnet Central, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
And on comes Sergio Santos. 1-run lead. Sergio trying to nail it down. There you look at the numbers. He's in his 35th game. His ERA below 3. Opponent's hitting just 159. As Sergio in search of his 19th save in 21 attempts.
And a reminder, season ticket plans offer the best seat locations at the lowest prices with the most benefits. Prorated full season, weekday, and weekend plans are available right now and start at less than $400 per seat. All prorated. So call 312-674-1000 to visit WhiteSox.com. As here we go. Eric Hosmer. That ball hit deep. Rios back.
And looked like it was out of here.
I know it. So he'll pull in now. There's no call, so the umpire says safe.
I think they might want to review that one.
Alfonso Marquez.
I like the fact that he's at third base. Now we'll have to see. The umpires, I believe, will get together. Here's the look, and Alex got a glove on it. He gets a glove on it. It's the yellow now. Only question would be if it hit the railing or that other metal part. Tough call. Looked to me like it was out, but might catch a break. They'll take another look at it. Hits the glove. I think it hit off that metal thing, but I don't know if it's definitive enough to reverse the call.
So we'll just wait and see as the umpires have gone inside. Take a quick look. Just off the thumb. And while we're waiting, a reminder, you can help make the White Sox food drive by the Wives the biggest drive yet. Bring your contributions to the ballpark on Saturday, July 30th. Donate non-perishable food items or make monetary contributions at U.S. Cellular Field. That's the White Sox Wives food drive. So let's take one more look at this.
We know it hits the glove. We know it hits the yellow line. What we don't know is, did it hit that metal post? If it did, it's a home run. Well, it looked like it did because it shot back and looks like it hits the post from here, but maybe we'll catch a break.
I doubt it.
No break.
And this game is tied at 4 on the 7th home run by Eric Hosmer.
Here's our review Ford home run replay. Fastball right down the middle, and Hosmer, big, strong, young left-hander, just barely gets it out of here.
Just the 3rd home run that Serge has thrown. So here's Pena. 0-1 to count. Crawley guarding the line at first, outfield, spread out. As the count now, 0-2. And here's a base hit into left field. Got a breaking ball up. So the homer, the single, and here comes Moustakas.
We'll see if they pinch run for Pena. Do we have only 2 catchers? He does represent the go-ahead run.
Moustakas has struck out, popped up to short, and popped up to first. Four 9-1 for the Royals, 4-9-0 for our Sox here in the top of the 9th inning. Schedule hitters for our guys: Castro, Beckham, then back to the top of the order with Lillibridge. But we got to get out of here first. One and one to count. Now time is called once again by Pena. Adam Dunn with that towering 2-run homer. If you're just tuning in, last inning to put us on top. There's a changeup and a count 1-2. He gone. One down.
High slider. Just at the top of the zone. Moustakas not too happy with that one.
There's Alcides Escobar. Got it into a 4-6-3 double play, lined in to the glove of Beckham, his second at bat, and then popped up to first. Checks it up, couldn't bot, pull the trigger, and the count 0-2. Just did get a piece of it. 24-year-old shortstop. Trying to hang in there. And that fastball fouled out of play right side. Right here. That ball hit hard into left field. Lillibridge is back. Right in front of Luke Appling, and Harold Baines hauls it in. Boy, he got there in a hurry. 2 down.
Escobar's only hit one home run. Unfortunately, he didn't pull that one because he hit the daylights out of it. Brent Lillibridge went back, made the grab.
So here's Chris Getz. Short lead by Pena. As there's first pitch strike. Broken bat. And that's going to be a base hit. Just a chopper. Got it in the right spot. So the third hit of the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, the leadoff hitter, Mitch Meyer.
Shatters the bat on a fastball on the inner half. Couldn't have rolled it out there any better by a diving Gordon Beckham. They still have a fairly slow runner out at second base. Good speed at first.
Meyer 1 for 4, a double and a run scored. That coming back in the third inning. That was when Butler knocked him in with 2 out. But right here, 1 in, 2 on, 2 out. There's a base hit that's hit sharply. We're probably going to have a decent opportunity at throwing out Pena.
Lillibridge awfully deep in left field. The guy that's hit no home runs this year.
He just misses this one, I think. Right up against the fence. He just missed it, hitting a 3-run homer. Meanwhile, they tie it. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Castro, Beckham, and Lillibridge, the scheduled hitters. Chicago's all-star moments featuring the 1991 and 1998 Bulls, 2010 Blackhawks, and 2005 White Sox championship clinching games. Relive those great moments in Chicago sports history July 10th through the 13th at 7 p.m. only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. 4-4 tie as AJ has come out to pinch hit for Ramon Castro, who was 1 for 3, a homer. That leading off the 5th inning. So here we go. 4-10-1 for them, 4-9-0 for us. But it's the bottom of the 9th, and there's nobody out. Got 3 pops at him.
AJ is a pinch hitter, 2 for 4 this year.
Starts him off with a breaking ball. Pretty good one. As we mentioned earlier, rappers can have real good curveballs. As the count moves to 0-2.
That one he threw right down the middle and got away with it.
And there's a base hit. Just pokes it into center field. That's a nice piece of hitting right there by AJ. So we'll see if Beckton can get him over.
3 breaking balls in a row. He missed the last one, this time in protection mode. Just eases it out into center field. He's now 3 for 5 as a pinch hitter.
Well, that's one of those curveballs he just hit right there down on the side. Pitching coach say, now that is going to get him.
Usually. it didn't get him there, though.
It didn't get him there.
And that's the winning run. Pena goes out, talks with Crow. Now the freeze frame, you see, we've been talking about wrapping. You see his wrist, and you see what he does. You have to uncoil that, get up over the top, and still get to the throwing motion. And there's a lot of scouts and pitching coaches don't like that very much.
There's a bunt, and it's a good one. Hosmer to get, so the sacrifice 3-4.
Mark Teahan is going to come on to pinch hit for Brent Lillibread,
who was 2 for 4 with 2 stolen bases. So Teahan to hit against his former mates. Come on, Mark.
Bob McClure out to talk with Aaron Crow.
Bob McClure, the crafty, cunning, and guile southpaw.
Crow only wishes he had the kind of move to first base that McClure
not many
had.
guys did.
Nope.
McClure, a good baseball man, a good pitching coach. We didn't have much luck against him.
Chris Sale is going to come into this, but we'd certainly rather see him tomorrow. So let's end it here.
So here we go. And that's inside. Brent Morrell on deck and Adam Dunn in the hole.
Pinch hitting for Mark Teahan. Pretty good.
Takes the strike. Well, Mark had a home run, a 3-run homer taken away from him out in Denver with a tremendous wind blowing in from left.
Mitch Meyer has just an average arm in left field. Normally it's Alex Gordon, and he would have had a much better arm. This is one of the best throwing outfields in baseball.
Cabrera can throw, and he is accurate.
So can Frank Gore. He is overpowering.
Big pitch right here, the 1-1. AJ sees it, and he moves into third on the wild pitch, and the count 2-1.
Heads up base running by AJ Pierzynski. As soon as he saw that ball in the dirt, he realized that Pena had no chance at all to stop it. He could knock it down, but he couldn't control it. And AJ takes off. Take a look at him. Look how quickly he recognizes this. Gets to third. Now they have to bring the infield in. It's a completely different at bat.
There's not a better base runner on our club than AJ.
As soon as he saw that ball in the dirt, he was gone.
So a 2-1. 3-1. Juan Pierre has come out to hit for Morel.
You would think here that they'd probably walk him. Let's see what Ned Yost has in mind. Now, for the moment, they're going to pitch to him. And the outfield very shallow all the way around.
Why not?
Got no choice.
Fouls it back.
Well, he got a fastball right down the middle.
Come on, Mark. Not too much, buddy. You don't have to do too much here. Two down.
Hosmer's coming in to tell Crow that Juan Pierre is always a threat to bunt.
Juan hitting at 258, a homer. He's driven in 23. He's been hot the last few days. Ball. Stopped by Pena.
Crow has 6 wild pitches, including 1 this inning. One more in the dirt probably ends it.
And the count 2-0. Juan normally in situations like this will take the 2-0 pitch. Juan, if it's a fastball, look for it and go to work. Three and 0. Adam Dunn on deck. If you're just joining us, Adam homered off Crow last inning. There's a strike. Outfield still really shallow.
Very much swung around toward left center field, with Meyer really shallow and left.
Shot. Just foul. Dadgummit.
A rocket down the line. It's fair for a while. And then it's not.
Throwing a curveball in the dirt.
What's with first base open and Adam Dunn up next? That's what you figure he's going to get. Question is, if it is in the dirt far enough away from Pena, can he stop it?
Take our chances. And that's ball 4. So here comes the big man. He is 2 for 4. And here's what he did after Brent Murillo led off last inning with a single. He singled and scored in the 4th. Now he's going to go ahead and give one the bases. There's ball 1 and Konerko on deck. That's a balk.
Game's over.
That's a balk, and the Sox win it. This ball game is over. Yes. AJ's pinch hit single. Good base running getting into 3rd. Scores on the balk by Aaron Cole. Mercy.
And Rapuano calls it a balk immediately. Now watch it. Right there, he leaned forward before he stepped back. Rapuano said, come on. That's it. Game's over. See you tomorrow, folks.
So the Sox come back from a 3-1 deficit. That big 2-run homer by Adam Dunn. And right now, let's go down to field level.
All right, Hawk, Kip Lewis with Adam Dunn in front of the Sox dugout. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Dunn. Listen, I know you've been waiting for a night like this. How good does this feel to get this opportunity to have this kind of night at home?
Well, it feels great. I mean, I'd rather do it at home. If I'm going to, have a decent game, I'd rather do it in front of these people, kind of let them know that, I'm not that bad.
Let's take us through your night. In the 4th inning, you get that single, you get a standing ovation from the fans, you tip your hat, and then you get that big home run. Just take us through this night.
It's been building up. I've been feeling pretty good the last couple of days, though the results hadn't been there. But yesterday at Wrigley something flicked, and it carried over. It felt good today.
You guys talk about winning series. Take us through the home run though, and what you saw there, and just how big that was.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a pitch to hit. I know he's got great stuff, and I was just looking for something down in the zone, and I was fortunate enough to get it.
I know you've been working awfully hard. You were out here earlier today taking some live batting practice. They brought in some minor league pitchers. How much extra work have you been putting in?
I've tried everything, man. Other than sleeping with my bats, I've tried just about everything. So, it's just kind of one of those things that people, hey, people going through, So, hopefully we're out of it.
Adam, appreciate it. Congratulations.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Kip, thank you very much. Adam Dunn from the 31,077 got a curtain call with that base hit and a run scored, and then the big 2-run homer. And boy, was that nice to see. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Jim Corno Jr., also for the Mayor Mean Joe Group, and up here in the booth Mike Mayer and Frank D'Amato. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody.